Two young superstars, two young great rising NBA legends have had a lot of success so far, a lot of pressure. Who's better? Who's simply the better basketball player? Two MVP candidates, two dudes we looking forward to every single year. Two exciting players. Who's better? We're going to find out today. Let's go. First, we're going to start off with Luka. Magic. Career stats: 28.7 points per game, 8.7 rebounds per game, averaging 8.3 assists per game. Now, this is some LeBron James all around numbers. A 6'7 guard who cannot be guarded at all. Offensive talent out of this world, and we've never seen nothing like this before. Game so slow, but you cannot stop it due to simply a smooth criminal. Career high season: 33.9 points per game, 9.2 rebounds per game, and 9.8 assists per game, and won the scoring title. Oh yeah, now we got Jayson Tatum. Career stats averaging 23.1 points per game, 7.1 rebounds per game, and 3.5 assists per game. Now, these numbers aren't very high, but let me tell you, he has a great team and is a great team player. So that's why his numbers aren't that high. But best season, averaging 30.1 points per game, 8.8 rebounds per game, and 4.6 assists per game in the 2022 and 2023 season. Almost won MVP. Could have argued he could have had it, you know? Let's get into some accolades for Luka Magic. 5-time NBA All-Star, 5-time NBA First Team, NBA Rookie of the Year, and also won the scoring title this year. Very, very promising career, and could have won MVP this year. Most argue that he had that award. Accolades for JT: 5-time NBA All-Star, 3-time NBA All-First Team, All-First Team Rookie, only to be beat out by Ben Simmons. Well, he's much better than Ben now. Also won a gold medal. One of the most promising young players in the league and had a lot of success winning. Let's get into the pros and cons of Luka. Pros: scoring ability out of this world. Like I said, may have some of the greatest scoring ability we have ever seen. We've never seen a game like that at all. Playmaking and IQ off the charts. When it comes to cons, Luka can be so much of a problem when he's moving without the ball. He doesn't know what to do. Sometimes takes tough and bad shots and are inefficient and kind of weak on the defense end, but could get better. When it comes to pros for JT, scoring ability out of this world, great athleticism, and defense can be locked down sometimes. He can score with the best of them, off the dribble, dunk on you, whatever you need. Cons for JT: can be a streaky shooter sometimes, can disappear, and you be like, what the hell going on with JT? Where's his shooting? He can turn over the ball, can be a little careless with the ball sometimes to me, and sometimes he just doesn't show up, and that's what I mean by mentality. Man, listen to me. As much as I watch Luka, he is just prime James Harden. Look at this. Step back, smooth. 3-ball, smooth. Very crafty, could get in the paint and do whatever they want. Look at James. Go downhill. Let me get that. Just so smooth with the ball, and it's just, oh man, beautiful to watch. And when I watch Jayson Tatum, I'm just looking at prime Paul George. Step back out of this world, can get in the paint and dunk on you, and are two-way players, and are extremely athletic, and can do most of what you need on the floor. Their games is completely identical, and if you don't see it, you're blind. Now let's get into why we're here. When it comes to Luka, man, offensive game is going to be up there with the greats. It's going to be, to me, top 5 in all-time scoring. He just has it. When it comes to Jayson Tatum, I really do feel like Jayson Tatum is going to be one of the best two-way players to ever play this game. No young player has came in the league and had more team success than Jayson Tatum. So you can argue that he may be the best young leader in the league. You can argue that. The statistics say otherwise. Offensively, both of them have a very deep bag, and both of them can go for 50 on you. Both of them can get extremely hot at any point in time. But what makes these players truly different? When it comes to Tatum, the defensive end, he's just much better than Luka. Much more athletic than Luka. Much more agile. He can do a lot more defensively, which separates him as far as, him and Luka. When it just comes to Luka, when you look at Luka, it's just simply box office. When you get Luka, pure raw talent. He's a generational player. When I look at Luka, he's just generational. There's not going to be too many people come around like this. There's never going to be a game we may ever see like this. And also what separates Luka from Tatum also is his playmaking. Tatum is an excellent rebounder, but he isn't the greatest facilitator. He's gotten much better, don't get me wrong. He's definitely gotten much better. But he's no way near the facilitator that Luka is. When you're arguing Luka, man, Luka just has it all offensively. What can't he do? What can't he do? I literally cannot tell you offensively what he can do. But on the defensive end, I don't think Luka's horrible. I feel like he will get much better. But like most players, a lot of people don't understand. When you're Luka, and I argued this with James Harden. When you're Luka and James Harden, when you had to score that much, when you have to do that much offensively, oh man, it just takes a toll on your body. You're dribbling, you're dunking, you're going down the lane, you're doing everything. And also, where I feel like Jayson Tatum is much better than Luka at is moving without the basketball. When Luka does not have that basketball in his hand, oh man, he looks lost out there. And that's exactly who I compared him to, prime James Harden, if you can remember. Prime James Harden had to have that rock in his hand. That team was not going to succeed. They were not going to score the points they needed to score, and he was not going to be successful if they do not predominantly have the basketball in their hands. That's simply just the facts. When it comes to Tatum, it's a lot of things that simply does hold Tatum back in my book of being one of those just top it factors. When it comes to Tatum, I just feel like there's games where he disappears too much. Now, some may argue that this year in particularly, he has the team. But in the past, a lot of big games, he's been to the conference finals damn near every year. He's faded away a lot to me, man. His game just completely disappears. He doesn't show up in the big moments. And that's just simply a problem. And any legend or any great or any superstar would tell you that. Any fan would tell you that. They want their star player to show up. And me personally, guys, that's just the difference between him and Tatum to me. I'm personally going to take Luka as the better basketball player, simply because he just has that it factor and he does not run away from the big moments. From what I've seen so far, scoring ability out of this world is going to at least get you 25 on a bad night. Luka is the better player in my book. Love y'all, subscribe, and let me know who y'all think down below.